Welcome to Flow of Miracles month's energy reading for April. And today is, of course, April Fool's, but it is not a joke. We're moving away from the Seven of Discs failure and taking a step back to the Six of Discs success reversed. Also, not the easiest energy to work with because when we have a reverse card, often that means that the energy is a little stuck and it's harder to actually get things flowing. And especially with the Six of Discs, which is normally a very grounded, balanced card, it can be quite a difficult and tough month for a lot of us. So it's even more important to keep the do's and don'ts in mind so you can make this month a success for yourself, even with the card reversal. So let's start with the do's. The do's this month are fairness, balance, and grounding. The Six of Discs is normally a very balanced and fair card, but with it being reversed, it's so important to understand that the give and receive cycle is not always fair. And that means that sometimes we're giving a lot and we are not receiving much back, and sometimes we're receiving a lot and we're not giving much. That's okay if it's just a temporary thing or if things turn around in different ways. We don't always have much money to give, but we might give our time and attention. We might give our talents and our skills to still even the scales. But with the card reverse, it's very important to keep an eye on fairness this month. So, whether you're the person receiving a little bit too much and understanding that you need to give more, or if you're the person giving a little bit too much and understanding that you do need to receive more, fairness is, of course, an equalizing power. So take a good look around if you see that in a group effort somebody is not being acknowledged, if you see that bonds between you and other people are out of balance. This is now the time to make sure that you even the scales. And besides balancing you and the other person, it's also a good month to balance yourself. When things are not equal, sooner or later they will cause problems. So it's very important to check out who's doing what and for how long and for how much more time do you need to do it to make sure that you actually stay energized, passionate, and happy, and so you can reap the rewards of your work. And last but not least, when things are unequal, it's easy to get angry. So it's very important to ground yourself, to actually take the time to connect to your physical body. The discs are, of course, in the material plane, and we need to figure out what is going on. Also, in our households and chores, we need to make sure that we're grounded and that everything is working as planned, because if it's not, it can definitely cause quite some big problems down the line. And now for the don'ts. Don't stay in isolation, don't get into people pleasing, and don't go and get yourself stuck in bravado. So when things are unequal, it's usually one or two things that people do. Either they isolate themselves from the group, or they try to people please a lot and think that this way they can manipulate people into giving them more. And they're both don'ts, because it's so important with this kind of group energy to make the group work for you. So don't isolate you from other people. We're all connected. We all need to make sure that we build a world that we can all live in. Be mindful that when you isolate yourself, it's not a solution. You stay hurt, you stay upset, nothing changes. And when you go people pleasing, which I also have a True Unity video about, recognize that it doesn't work. It doesn't give you the love of recognition that you need and deserve. And last but not least, don't get stuck in bravado. When things are not working, be honest. Show up and let them know that it is not working for you. Don't put on a brave face, but actually do what's right for you. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful month. And don't forget, there's a free demo evening.